Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's blessed. I hope everything's going well. Just sitting back, relaxing, putting my notes together, collecting my thoughts, getting ready for this this segment. Last night I posted on Facebook that this segment would be about good men versus bad men. Now, with that said, I'm not no exception to this rule because, I was a bad man before. I just so happens to have lost things that made me recognize that I had to change my life around. And with that, I became a better man. And within becoming a better man, it put me on the road to working on being the best man I could be. I'm smoking. That's what I do. Soothe the savage beast in me, But as I was saying, there was a point in a period in my life where I didn't give a about nobody. I didn't have kids at the time, so I care about my mother, But as far as anybody else, I wouldn't give a about how anybody else thought, felt, what they said. You know what I mean? Long as they know that if they come at me, it's gonna be a problem. But one thing I've always been, I've made a few mistakes, but one thing I've always really, really tried to pride myself on is being a good man to a good woman. Or even if it's just a woman that I'm with, I'll recognize she's not good and keep, in certain things like that, in areas where I don't mean as far as cheating, going out there doing this and doing that. I mean, as far as with no ambition, because I've dealt with that before too. But there's one thing I want to say is that you have to have you a good woman. And you have to have you a good man. That bad man and bad woman is not going to bring any kind of peace into your life. It's going to always bring stress. It's going to always bring questions. It's always going to be some type of emotional situation, And the one thing I pride myself on is that, I will never, ever put my woman in a position to where is that another woman will have to be like, oh, yeah, I mess with him. Yeah, he hits me up and, arguing and bickering and you know what I mean? Because I feel like, like if I'm single, and then I wind up getting in a relationship, like why would I go and mess around with other women when I can just stay single and don't mess around, don't be in no relationship? So, it's a big difference with me when it comes to, respect thing. Because I want my woman to hold her head up high when she walk in the street, or when she go in that store, or when she walk in that restaurant, or when she go in that bar, you know what I mean? Or whatever she choose to do. Or if she want to post a picture of me or her on Facebook or on Instagram or on her Twitter or whatever, you know what I mean? She's not going to be getting inboxes talking about, oh, what's up? That's your man? Or, yo, why tell him stay out my inbox? No, I'm grown. Like, that's the stuff that I don't do that. I don't even condone that. I look at dudes sideways when they be like having a woman out there messy like that. You know what I mean? Like, I could never, put somebody I love and care about in the door out there like that. Now, do I have female friends? Yes. Gonna keep them too. You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't want you to tell your male friends, oh, I can't talk to you. We can't be friends no more because I got a man. That's just something I don't do. But what I will do is I will let you know, my female friends, I will let you see the comments. I'm not one of the guys that, when a female comment on my stuff, I'm hurrying up and taking it off because I don't want somebody else to see it, unless it's disrespectful. You know what I mean? Then I will stop, the contact, the communication. But other than that, I'll do that on my own. So it's not like I'm doing it to, because of the woman. I'm doing it because you disrespectful. Like, I can't deal with that. Like, I don't like disrespectful drama of women. Like, I like classy women. I like women that know how to carry themselves. Like, women that's ambitious. And what that does is that pushes me to go harder too. And I feel like I'm going hard. But, if I see somebody, it's like, matching that enthusiasm, and that motivation, that's where I'm running. I'm running with that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, baby. Let's go do it. So, at the end of the day, it's not just about bad men. It's not just about bad women. It's about strength. If I care about you, you'll know it. I'll show that. But if things start changing and it's different and I'm losing out, then something's got to change because, when it comes to me, it's us, but it's going to be me first. You know what I mean? Like if something going, I'm not sitting around and just soaking in it and then letting it get worse and worse and worse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be like, you know what? All right. I think it's time for us to remove ourselves from this situation, And that's what we do as men. You know what I mean? We don't go out running around and messing around with the next woman and having my lady, or even though we going through problems, I'm going to have my lady going through all kinds of shit with other women just because me and her's having issues. You know what I'm saying? We grown enough to sit down, talk it out, you know what I'm saying? Express how we feel, see what's going to be the outcome of it. If we feel like we want to get us another chance and work on it, let's go work on it. But other than that, I'm not doing none of that other stuff. Like I'm not accepting no drama, cursing me out, calling me out my name, putting me all on social media, disrespecting me because you think something. Like, no, I'm very honest, and I'm very secure. So, that's what I'm looking for in a woman. Like, I don't want the woman that's been dragged through the mud and then all of a sudden, here comes the good guy and now all of a sudden he's got to pay for that. Like, I've had to almost deal with that twice. And that's something recently. And that's just something I'm not dealing with. That's why I'm still single. That's why I don't give anybody, that much power over me to have to endure the situations that they went through. Now, if you're working on it, and I see things as like, you're there, but hey, you know what? She's worth it. She's working on it. That's fine. But if you're just sitting in it, you're going to be sitting there by yourself. And that's a whole fact. But, other than that, there's no consequences with being honest with yourself. Even if you got to express it to the world. This is what I do. And this is why I could sleep good at night. You understand what I'm saying? And I could wake up in the morning, and stretch and be like, I'm okay. And who's to say I'm going to wake up in the morning? But I guarantee you tonight, when I laid down, I'm going to lay down very comfortably. I'm going to lay down feeling like I accomplished something. I'm going to lay down feeling like I didn't lose any of my peace. I didn't lose any of my focus. I didn't lose any of my motivation to get to my destination. Nothing has changed. It just gets better because at the end of the day, I'm strong-minded. I'm very strong-minded and I stick to my plan, I was asked, this is funny, right? I was asked why I don't have a relationship. Why you're not in a relationship? You're a cool dude, I hear good things about you or whatever. And my response to that was, it's not my time. It's not. I've talked to a whole bunch of women. Just getting to know them. And it don't pan out. My mother told me I'm hard to please, you know what I mean? But honestly, I think, I'm just, if I see something that I feel like can become a problem, then I eliminate myself from that. That's what I do. I don't be like, F her out, nah, she on some bull crap or whatever. I don't think like that. What I think is, you know what? This ain't gonna be a good situation for me. And I'm bringing mine to the table, so at the end of the day, you already gonna visualize, what life can be like with me. I just want to be able to know that I don't want to have to go through nothing. And a lot of times people be like, oh, everybody go through this. No, everybody don't have to go through stuff. You know what I'm saying? If your communication level, is connected and y'all both respect each other and it's nothing that can come in between that, you ain't got to have no problems at home, bro. You ain't got to have no problems at home, baby. You can go home and you can smile when you walk in that door and you can be mad at the world before you walked in it. That's the type of relationship and situation that I got to have. Or other than that, I'll stay by myself.